Hi, Caspar here on the 26th of September 2024, and I've opened a claret. And gosh, do you remember when claret was 12.5% alcohol, which is exactly what it says on the bottle of this wine? Seems like a distant memory, doesn't it? This is 1995 Château Palmer, and I think I've done a video note on this probably before, but not any time recently. It's deep, but very naturally deep. It's almost opaque in this light anyway, which isn't imperfect. Pretty narrow band at the rim. Still looks remarkably red, I have to say, as I decanted it, which I did hour and a half ago. Difficult getting the cork out. I should have used a butler's friend really, but I used a corkscrew with a worm and it came out in bits, and then I had to strain the first couple of mouthfuls out because it's full of cork. I bought this en primeur, as I think I probably said before. I seem to remember it cost me £205, and I think that was all in. I think that was ink vat, a dozen. How times have changed, but it's a lovely, cool nose. It's not shouting about itself in any sense of the word. It's pretty. It's airy. It's cedary. It's beautifully defined. It's got no breadth to it at all. It's a classic sort of old-fashioned, very direct nose. A minute ago I picked up a sort of a floral scent which I thought was sort of almost lavender, but not getting that now. Just crisp black currant, dark fruit. Aromas, a hint of something earthy, soil, and a cedary note. Cedary as opposed to a humidor. It's definitely cedar end of the spectrum, but altogether a very cool customer. I think I'm repeating myself when I say this was a rather obdurate wine. It took a long time to come round, and came around way after the 1996, so sort of arse about face of what you expect, really, in terms of vintage characteristics. But smells good, very clean, very precise and fresh. Well, as the nose, so the palate actually. It's cool. It's fresh. It's beautifully defined. It's there's no massive weight of fruit to it, I have to say, but what there is a great crispness, and the length is really impressive, and the length has as much to do with the structure as it does the fruit. This cool sort of black currantiness segues into fine-grained tannins that marry with the acidity and push into the very, very long term. It's got nice energy, freshness, crunch, crispness, red and black fruit along it, and this lovely, lively, juicy grip, sort of lip smacking. I'm not sure you'd find on a claret these days, I have to say. It's refreshing. Claret being refreshing. Wow, that's a novelty. And long and nice, cleaning tannins and structure in general. Invigorates the palate. makes you want some food actually, which I'm going to give it any minute now. It's still going on now. It's a wine of great length. It's not a top claret, I wouldn't say by any means. It's it's a bit of a head scratcher, as I say. I had most of my case, expecting great things, opening bottles, and then finding they were obdurate in the extreme, and wearing a lot of tannin and not a lot of fun. And then the last two probably, it seems to have started coming around, but it's taken a very long time. And I have to say that's not necessarily in line with the rest of with other reports of the wine I've read. So I don't know what's gone on with my case. I think I've treated it pretty well. Yeah, crisp claret. Yeah, lovely. And the length is mighty impressive. It's clean. It's refreshing. It's yeah, a nice drink. I'm enjoying it very much. I wouldn't want to pay probably what people are charging for it these days. But yeah, and I think I've got some more. I think maybe I've got a few more bottles, 2, 3, 4 more bottles. So there might well be more video notes on this wine, which has been 1995 Château Palmer. A blast from the past, I must say, in terms of style, and I'm enjoying it very much.